So we can shit on them, but shorty generous. She wanna pack her little friends inside the 4-door. Looking at the ass, cause you the shit, but shorty in her own class on her. She know how I'm coming by her. In the height of slavery, I probably slapped the shit out of one of them little they ever tried to play with her. Probably lose my life, but shit, I proudly take their love. Simply cause I live for you. I love you like one of my kind, let it cake, you know I care for you. Think I'm funny, anything to put a smile on you, shorty. Shorty such a queen, she got me singing Elvis like the king. I can't help falling in love with something like that. What's going on, y'all? It's your main man 5, and I'm back with another banger for y'all. So as y'all know, the last video we did for this project, I'll put a clip right here.
I'll be fine, the tears are temporary. The bad days will start to get better.
Oh shit!
We'll be laughing too.
Oh shit! Yeah, it did me like that, so yeah, there's that. Last time we did temporary and that song destroyed me. Now that y'all know this year has been very special because it's been my first time ever actually listening to any Eminem albums in their entirety. I grew up in a Christian household, raised by my grandmother. If any of you guys know what it's like to be raised by a black Christian woman, she wasn't letting me listen to none of that shit. So this year has definitely been special because I finally got a chance to check out a lot of classics that you guys have been talking about, stuff that I heard about in school growing up, and stuff that you guys have revered for the last 25 years. So it's all coming full circle. I want to get back into some more Eminem music, man. It's been a while. The last one I did was obviously, the Eminem Show, I think it was called. I forget what the album was called, but point being, the last album I did was his last really popular one. So I'm excited. I know I've been getting requests to listen to a lot of different Eminem albums, but I figured this would be a good place to start. I wanted to spin back on something that you guys have been asking about for a very long time. You guys have been asking me to check out this song since the album came out last year. And finally, I got some time to get around to it. I'm excited. And at the end of the video, we'll figure out where we go from here, see if it's even worth it. But I figured this would be something that'll be a good place to start. And plus, it got Jelly Roll on it. That's my guy. If you know, you know. But, yeah, we're going to get right into it. I don't got too much to say. As always, I'm going to put the QR code to our Patreon right there. Scan it if you want to stay in tune and up to date on all early access videos that we have. You know, we also started our membership tab where you get early access to all of the stuff that we put out. But stay in tune with that Patreon if you want access to all bonus content plus stuff that gets blocked here that we can't put out on YouTube. But a lot of the creative bonus content is stuff that you guys will love, trust me. You know, we started our second channel, and with Christmas coming this week, we just did we turned watching Home Alone into a drinking game to make it something interactive and something that we can do with our subs and our patrons. So it's fun over there. We got some stuff coming, so make sure you stay in tune. Plus, the support is beyond appreciated. We love you guys. But let me get right into this without talking too much. Let's do it.
Daddy? Dad.
Get put in here when she gets.
Come eat.
I'm so tired.
Just come eat.
Man, I'll be in there in a minute, I promise. Stop.
Well, then wake up.
Shut the door.
Somebody save me from myself. Has been so long living in hell.
Another pill as I start the spiral. Message to my daughters, I don't even deserve the father title. Haley, I'm so sorry, I know I wasn't there for your first guitar recital. Didn't walk you down the aisle. Missed the birth of your first child. Your first podcast, looking down. Sweetie, I'm so proud of how you turned out. Sorry that I chose drugs and put them above you. Sorry that I didn't love you enough to give them up how to fuck to. And I love you more than a pill looking up to the ceiling from this floor on the wheel.
Somebody save me from myself. Has been so long
Elena, sorry that you had to hear me fall in the bathroom. Sorry that I missed you graduate. Nate, I should just congratulate you on being a dad too. Carter and Liam, look at you. Little bro, sorry I left you. Sorry that I'll never get to hold or hug my little nephews. Stevie, I'm sorry I missed you. Grow up and I didn't get to be the dad I wanted to be to you. Things I wanted to see you do. This is my song from me to you. Sorry I gave up, but I'm just so defeated. God, what the fuck you want me to do?
Somebody save me from myself. I spent so long living in hell. They say my lifestyle is bad for my health. It's the only thing that seems to help.
I've been staring at the video of Haley almost daily, of her playing the guitar in hopes maybe that'll give me the power to fight. But the addict in me's a coward. He told me that I can't do it. Had a second chance, blew it. It's like I'm stuck inside an alternate reality, but I know I'll turn it around and be able to walk her and Laney one day to the altar as proud as can be. Right now I'm just weak as I fall further down in this deep hole and farther in the ground that I sink. As they lower me in my coffin, I feel the tears all falling down on my cheek.
I'm a long call. Baby, don't waste your time on me. I'm so damaged beyond repair. Life is shattered, my hopes and my dreams. I'm a long call. Baby, don't waste your time on me. I'm so damaged beyond repair. Life is shattered, my hopes and my dreams.
And next to us?
Haley.
And how old are you?
12.
You've been playing guitar for how long?
About 3 months.
That's dope. And I feel like that was real impactful for him to take the time to include resources at the end of the video, because that's so crucial to the journey that me being a first year listener has seen him go through. And I think that's a beautiful thing. What I really love about this song is it feels okay. So temporary came from the perspective of, having a conversation with having a conversation and getting comfortable with the fact that Haley needs to know, and your other daughters and your family need to know, that you won't always be here, regardless of how hard that he's loved on his children, how hard he's loved on the people that loved him back, and how hard he loves his fans. Everything is temporary. Now, I feel like this song gives a lot of different perspectives, and that makes it so impactful. I like the fact that it really reads like watching from the other side. I like the fact that he was sitting behind the glass viewing a life that could have been versus a life that he truly experienced. I like the fact that the song reads, first off, to me at least, it initially read like a note where he was speaking from the perspective of beyond the grave, basically talking to her and letting them know that, I apologize for, let me slow down. To me, the song reads somewhat like a suicide note, essentially. I feel like it's coming from the perspective of him just saying, like, what if this was what the situation turned out to be? Because I think sometimes when we make it past our storms, we don't step back, take it in, and recognize our own strength. We don't recognize the fact that it could have gone the other way. If he wouldn't have found something bigger than himself to fight for, i.e. his family, i.e. his children, what could have been? What if I would have let the drugs completely take a hold of me, and I would have chose them and chose death over life, experiences with my family, experiences with raising my children and being able to watch you grow up, all of the beautiful things that took place in the temporary video. If I would have completely given up and let it take me the way that it wanted to take me, I would have never been here to witness all of the beautiful things that to any father would be a blessing to have the opportunity to be a part of. to have your first grandchild, to be able to be there when your daughter's getting married and give her away, especially a child that the world has grown to love because the way that you raised her, the way that you've held her so close to you and you loved on her publicly, all of your millions of fans around the world have grown to love Haley Jade in that same extent. And I think that's a beautiful thing because a lot of times men don't practice what they preach. Men like to say, I show my love through actions. You need to show your love out loud. You need to let your love be felt by everybody in every room. And I love that this song is really just talking about, even though I've been through hell, and all of his albums document what that hell looks like so we don't have to go through it. I've been through heartbreak. I've been through abuse and drugs. I've been through suicidal tendencies, suicide attempts. I've been through broken relationships. I've been through not knowing if I deserved to be happy, let alone be as successful as he became. What if I didn't fight back? What if I allowed it to take my life from me? I would never get to see you guys become what you've become. But I also like the perspective that is giving the other side of the perspective and letting you know that there's strength in embracing your testimony, there's strength in sharing it, and there's strength in letting the world around you know that they're not alone, because there's millions, hundreds of millions of people that deal with the exact same issues. And like I always say, the biggest thing that we all have in common as human beings is pain. And I think resonance is the biggest medicine. Community is the biggest medicine. So somebody of his stature and level of success who has the influence and the pull of so many ears in the world, him being vulnerable enough to tell people, I know what it's like to not want to be here. I know what it's like to almost be overtaken. Even somebody who was rich and famous, even the almighty Eminem, fell victim to drug abuse. I fell victim to depression. My marriage didn't work out. I wasn't always the best father. I made mistakes too. I wanted to die too. Letting people know that lets them know that they have a reason to continue fighting on. It lets them know that if they look further enough within and actually seek out resources if they need the help, there's strength on making it through. There's beauty on the other side. There's possibility, there's hope, there's opportunity for you to get better, be happy, be affluent, go chase those dreams, go make that $1 million, go write that book, go put out that album, go raise that child, go marry that woman, go be that better son that you've always wanted to be. I like the fact that he shows the other side and saying, you know, it could have been, but by the grace of God and by the love of my family, I was able to make it through. And if I was able to do it, with not just the pressure of fame and success, but having those resources and still having addictive issues and addictive personality traits, I still made it through. I feel like this song is very important because a lot of people deal with a lot of storms in private and they don't take the time to recognize that it's okay. Something that I was watching the Den of Kings podcast that Kirk Franklin does, and something that regardless of whatever you guys' personal thoughts on it was, Jonathan Majors says something that was very impactful. When you go through something, regardless if you have a relationship with God or if you don't, in your darkest moments, sometimes it feels like the prayer's not working. It doesn't mean that they're not. It doesn't mean that God's not watching you or he doesn't have a hand in your situation and he's not actively turning it around. But sometimes you pray so hard, you cry your last tear, you lose everything, and you feel like you don't want to be here. It feels like the prayers aren't working. There's power in getting around a community of like-minded people, a community of other people who are broken, and a community of people who aren't afraid to be themselves out loud. It's important, and I feel like that's something that we all need to understand. So I pray anybody out there that's dealing with any type of mental health issues, whether it be battling depression, battling addiction, battling anxiety, whatever it might be, seek help. And I pray that you guys find peace. I pray for stability and comfort over your mind. I pray for God to turn the situation around. And I pray for you guys to continue to have faith and have hope and just hang on another day, because you never know what or whose life you can impact with your story. I've always learned, my grandmother used to always tell me that everything that you go through doesn't happen for you. God puts you through the fire and fortifies you, turns you into gold so you can be able to help the next person make it through the storm. But also my father-in-law always said, we have to learn to not look at storms as something that we have to run away from, we have to learn to dance with the storm. We have to learn to embrace it and figure out what it's trying to teach us so we can come out better on the other side. It's two sides of the same parable, but it's so beautiful nonetheless. I just pray that all of you guys find comfort for songs like this. And honestly, it gives strength in knowing that praying for somebody to save you, sometimes you recognize that the only person you need is the man up above, but you have the strength already inside yourself. So trust yourself and trust your ability to continue to make it through your storms. That's the only thing I'll say. I think this was a beautiful song, and I would love to get into more Eminem. So make sure you guys drop down in the comments below whatever album I see the most. I'll put it into a poll and I have you guys vote on what we're gonna do next. But first, get this video to at least 500 likes if you want me to do more Eminem. Get me to 1,000 if you want me to do another Eminem album. And I'll leave it there. I won't say too much about it. But if you enjoyed this reaction and anything I said resonated, because it's coming from somebody who's been through it. You see, I got this semicolon tatted on my neck for a reason. I know how it feels. I've been through that storm and I'm constantly going through it. Just because you find ways to deal with it and you try to find healthier methods or you find community, it doesn't just go away overnight. I still battle every single day, but having community, having a good wife, having my mother, finding the comfortability to have those conversations with my friends, trying therapy, those things have been huge for me personally. So this is not just me spitting off random fortune cookie shit. I'm telling you what it's like for real. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that post notification bell so you stay in tune every time we drop another banger like this. And so you stay in tune for everything that you guys actually want to see on the channel. So yeah, again, I'll put the QR code to our Patreon right here. Shout out to all of our beautiful patrons and shout out to our channel members. You guys' support has made it possible for us to continue growing, continue progressing, and continue to make more of an impact. I pray these videos touch people in some type of positive way. We get hundreds of very positive and loving comments every single day, and it means the absolute world to me. I was just saying in another video, in the last 6 months, we've gone from 5,000 to almost 25,000 subscribers, and that's all because of talking about the real impact, talking about things that matter, and building a family-like base instead of just having a traditional reaction where we listen to something and say, that shit was fire. All right, bye. No, I want to talk about things and we discuss it the way I would as if you were in the room with me. That's what I want these videos to feel like, because the way you guys support me and the way you guys are helping change my life, we are family. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So I appreciate and love you guys with my entire heart. I'm so grateful and I get slightly overwhelmed, but the comments are so loving. The emails I get, the messages is everything. It means the absolute world. And it picks me up on the days I'm feeling low. So thank you for everything. I look forward to continuing to grow and to 100,000. I'm gonna just put it out there. We're looking for 100,000. But get this video to 500 likes and we'll be back. Get it to 1,000 if you want to see another Eminem album. Let's figure it out. But this was Somebody Save Me. And until next time, I go by the name of 5. That's all I got. Peace.
How does this go? You wanna know. You've never been here before. Go with the flow. We'll take it slow. No need to rush.